Hey guys, welcome back. It's day 3. It's Thursday, and we're going to continue our work with fractions. But before we get into tonight's lesson on equivalent fractions, just a reminder to keep taking your quizzes on Education Galaxy and make sure you're watching your videos on YouTube. And if there's anything additional, you'll find that on Google Classroom. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Some of you are doing a wonderful job on your quizzes. Thank you very much. And some of you are making some mistakes, so I would love to hear questions from you so I can help you. I look over the quizzes, but since it's multiple choice and I can't see your work, a lot of times I don't know where you made the mistake. So reach out to me on Google Classroom, which will come to my email, or get your parents to reach out to me on Revine 101. But today, once again, it's just me holding the camera, so things may get a little crazy from time to time. But I want to talk about equivalent fractions, or fractions that are the same. All right, now, we're going to begin with one that you won't see on your homework. And remember that this is the one that I told you is the super duper cheat sheet. It's kind of like if you've got a video game where they give you the password to the end. This will always help you out. When we're comparing fractions, okay, when we find fractions that we're comparing, we want to find that they're equivalent. That means they're the same. They would be equal. So our goal is going to be to find one that's equal. But there's also greater than, and there's less than. Okay, so let's go over here and let's look at these fractions. Our first fraction is 3/4 and 2/3. And if you remember the cheat sheet, what helps you every time when we're comparing fractions is something called the butterfly method. You come up here, you draw your butterfly. Okay, now all we do is multiply. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 3 is 9. Well, 9 and 8 are not the same number. But 9 is bigger than 8, so 3/4 is bigger than 2/3. All right, now let's head over here to one that looks a little bit like, well, excuse me, there's one more I want to do really quickly. That's 1/2 and 2/4. All right, so we come in, we draw our butterfly. What's 2 times 2? It's 4. What's 4 times 1? It's 4. Look at that, our numbers are the same, so that means 1/2 and 2/4 are actually equal. And here's a hint for later in the lesson. Remember this. All right, now we're going to come to something that you're going to see on your quiz, something that looks a lot like this. So pay attention. It's going to have 4 shapes, okay, and it's going to ask you. It's going to say which fractions are equivalent. So let's take a look. We've got this one split into 2 pieces, which means it's split into halves. We've got this one split into 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's fourths. And 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's fourths. Now, it's not asking us to find equivalency in the number of pieces it's divided into. It would be easy to say, well, this one's in fourths, and this one's in fourths, and this one's in fourths, so these 3 are the same. Actually, no, because when we look at the actual fractions, let's start here. How many are shaded in? All right, 0. So this one's 0/4. Okay, you come over here, and there's 1 shaded in, so our numerator is 1, and below it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1/4. Okay, so 0/4 and 1/4 obviously are not the same. Now, let's keep going up here. This is halves. We know that. All right, this is half. Okay, and how many are shaded in? 1. Now, let's look over here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, so our denominator is 4. And how many are shaded in? 2. But what I want us to focus on right now is to take a look and see that all of these, or excuse me, this 1/2 and these 2/4 take up the same amount of space. So they're equivalent. But if we want to check it, we just go right back up here to 1/2 and 2/4, and we can see that they're equivalent or the same. So not only does it work with our butterfly method, it works right here, okay? It works right here when we compare the amount of shape or the amount of space that's taken up. Now, our last one, you're going to see a couple of these on your quiz, all right? We've got a bar that's broken into halves. Then we've got one that's broken into thirds and one that's broken into fourths. Here's my question to you. I want you to take a few seconds and try to find which one of these, or how many of these, is equivalent to 1/2. And I'll even color it in for you. All right, so take a few seconds on your own, see if any of those work. All right, now let's come down here and look at 1/3. Is 1/3 equivalent? Is it the same as 1/2? No. Well, let's try 2/3. Would that work? No. Turns out 2/3 is bigger than 1/2. So let's come down here. 1/4. Is that the same as 1/2? No. Let's keep going. 2/4. Is that the same as 1/2? Well, look at that. It takes up the same amount of space. So that's 3 different ways that we've shown that 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2. All right, that's 3 different ways that we've looked at tonight to find equivalency between fractions. If you have any questions, even during your quiz, I'll do my best to answer you. I've been pretty fast on a lot of these. Shoot your emails to me. I'll do what I can to answer it. Guys, I miss you. Stay safe, listen to your parents, and have a wonderful day. Bye.